What's up guys, Peter von Panda here. Hey, I usually don't buy my shoes online, but man, Amazon is convenient. And I just wanted to pick up a pair of shoes because generally I wear a size 10 pretty reliably. And I saw these on Amazon. They looked interesting. They weren't expensive. $23.99 for the pair here. They're gray. I like gray sneakers because they don't show dirt all that much. Although this white wall and white sole is probably going to look gross if you walk in really muddy environments. But I just thought I'd show it to you and try them on and see what we thought here, because they're not an expensive shoe. Obviously, this isn't a big name brand, no Nike swoosh. These are by Ken's Buy, and they're called the Vort men's running shoe. Now, they do have kind of this very sleek, slender look. The sole itself seems to all be kind of this one-piece molded rubber sole here, and the material up on the upper part of the shoe is all the same, and it's really kind of interesting. It's obviously like a synthetic polyester. It's really slick, and it's kind of a very obvious mesh. You know, it's a little hard to say what I think it's like, but it's a little bit like football jersey, a little bit like fishing line. I mean, it's thick, it's fairly, even though it's flexible, it seems pretty robust. I'm actually, you know, I'm really curious about it. Now, if I put my hand in there, there is obviously some sort of liner. You can't see through the mesh. And as you might be able to see here, you know, there's kind of your standard fabric liner in there. There's a backing, you know, you can feel how, you know, that it's pretty thick. It's the most padding is right here on the upper part of the ankle, and a fairly high ankle support on the back here. But, you know, one of the things I was thinking about is, oh man, depending on the color socks you're wearing, it's going to show through this mesh. I think without that backing obviously would, but here it'll just look like that mesh. And then the laces here are kind of in a color matched gray. They may look a little different on camera here, but they're just maybe a little bit darker gray. And then there's the tag, which is kind of cool. Little crown there. So let's go ahead and put them on. I'm not gonna really worry about focusing on the laces too much, but and correcting those. But go ahead, and they're really easy to slip on. And there they are. Got my white socks on. I'm a size 10. I ordered these based on their size chart for 10, and they feel really good. They actually have quite a bit of arch support right here. So if you have low arches, you may kind of notice and feel like, oh, well, these aren't super comfortable because they have a lot of arch support. I have really high arches, so I actually really like that. It's kind of nice because I think on a slip-on type shoe, you kind of expect them to be a flat bottom or a flat-soled shoe, but you know, they're pretty nice. The other thing I can tell you is that they're really light. So, you know, if you're used to, you know, leather construction with a heavy sole, you won't have to worry about these being uncomfortable or giving you fatigue. In fact, you may need ankle weights to just hold you in place and make you feel like you're wearing heavy leather loafers or something. So I think these are pretty nice. Obviously, lots of ability to flex your toes and your foot in them, because they kind of are a little bit of a hybrid, I feel like, between a loafer, slipper, and a shoe. So, you know, just a far more kind of like naked feeling foot type of footwear. Kind of like the foot gloves almost in some ways. So I think you can wear these, and you know, especially if you have sweaty feet, hopefully they breathe a little better. But I think these would be really comfortable, especially just for moving around and enjoying the great outdoors. Peter von Panda with my new mesh shoes. Out!